Hello YouTube, it's me, DLB, once again here with another video. This is the second half of the March 28th live stream. It was after I got a little bored of working on the coloring of Ritsuka Tachibana. I just started to sketch a little. I didn't really like how any of the sketches as a whole turned out. But I thought I would share because that's just how art is sometimes. You're not always going to create a masterpiece of the ages. You're not always going to get things you like, but, you know, I still like aspects of the sketches and it was good practice. And I might use some of the ideas later in other drawings. Sometimes you just sketch to get ideas out, and I definitely got some ideas out that I can use later. But yeah, overall, they're just some sketches. Oftentimes I'll do a first really rough sketch just to get an idea of what the pose I want to draw is. Usually if I don't like that, I just stop and do a different sketch. I guess there's that whole the sunk cost fallacy. Sometimes you just need to know when things aren't working out for you and just do something else. So I'll often do a lot of pose sketches that are really rough that I don't do anything with. They're just there, they're good practice. They might be used later when I'm feeling more inspired and I feel like I could work with it. But when I'm just sketching in a short period of time, it's like you just don't want to spend 5 hours on one sketch just to get the hand just right. So I always think it's better to do more sketches, do more terrible sketches, have things not turn out right and not finish it, and just move on to the next one, because each time you're practicing, you're learning, you're figuring things out in your mind, you're training your muscle memory. It's just all very good practice. I don't know how often artists talk about it, but it is actually really important to warm up before you start drawing. So sometimes when you're doing figure drawings in college classes, you might start with a couple 30-second gestures and then maybe a minute gesture, because you really need to get your arm and hands and eyes all warmed up to the act of drawing. Sometimes, if you haven't drawn in a while, you might try drawing and it might be something you think is really terrible, and it just might be that you're a little bit rusty. Other times, you might have been so tired and worn out from drawing that after you take a break and come back to drawing, you'll be better than before. It just all depends on what you personally need. Sometimes you need that break. Sometimes you need that warm up. It just all depends, and it's all good practice. And it's all about knowing yourself. It's very important to give yourself a break if you need it, or give yourself time to warm up if you need it. I can't say, oh, you should always warm up, or oh, you should always take a break, because it really is very, very personal to you, I think. And, just find what works for you. And I think the video time is almost done, so I'm gonna cut my chat off here and hope you have a good day.